It's nice to speak with you, Mark. Today I'm looking forward to hearing your views on the topic of digital right to repair coalition. Before we start, can you provide a brief background of yourself?
Sure. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me today, Dustin. Yeah, my background. I am based out of Austin, Texas. I've been working as an environmental consultant for about going on 7 years in the electronics industry. And my background is in material science and engineering and environmental compliance work with a couple of different electronics companies as an employee of them. And then since then I have worked with a wide variety of Fortune 500 electronic companies and some other private organizations that are developing environmental standards that affect the electronic companies. That's really what I've been doing, my passion for the past probably 15 years or so.
And can you talk more about what is this coalition?
Sure. So the Digital Right to Repair Coalition started, I'd say probably maybe a year and a half or 2 years ago, really seriously. So let's say July 15th is the actual start date. And really, the reason that it existed is to engage with manufacturers that are producing mostly electronics in this case, and trying to work with them and also find ways to improve the rights of the consumers that are buying these products to be able to repair them. A lot of the manufacturers these days, they don't qualify, or they don't allow a third party to do repairs much, or they don't enable it very well. So it can be a challenge to get a lot of your electronic products that you have paid money for to repair, to be repaired based on your own choices. So if I want to take my iPhone somewhere, or my tablet or computer that I have, I may have difficulty getting a third party to repair it due to policies that the manufacturer may have set out. So what the Digital Right to Repair Coalition is trying to do is basically to enhance the consumer's right to be able to have the choice in how their products are repaired, and that they're the owner of it. They should have the right to also choose how it is repaired.
Can you talk a little bit more about why is it important?
Sure. So what we find from a lot of electronics and obsolescence of electronics is you've got a couple of different things that happen. Is that certainly people they want the newest and greatest thing, fastest, prettiest, things like this. A lot of the electronics these days are almost more of fashion accessories than they are maybe a utilitarian device anymore. So what we want to make sure is that when people either need to repair their product because it's broken or not working as well as they wanted to, or they've decided, hey, I want to go to the next product, that the product they have, somebody else could then repair or reuse that, and they have the right to be able to, as a consumer, they have the right to be able to get that product kind of back out into the market, so that it can have a second life, a third life, a fourth life beyond the person that originally bought it. So what we have found is that ability is not enabled in many different kind of products from different manufacturers. So what we want to do is ensure that folks have the right to be able to do that with their products, so that it extends the life of the product, reduces the amount of obsolescence, and if you look at it on a global scale, it does actually enable the moving of electronics from, say, Europe or the Americas, where you have a lot of users that are having these products that when they get tired of them, or just reaches their useful end of life to them, they can be fixed up and repurposed and moved into other parts of the world that maybe don't have as much access to those electronics, into some of the Southeast Asian markets, into Africa, into South America to some extent, and that actually helps raise up those areas of society. So there's lots of studies that have been done where the ability for a cell phone to get into the hands of folks in Africa has actually radically and positively changed the communities there and their ability to communicate and sell their goods and things like this. So this idea of enabling repair and enabling an extra long life or multiple lives, I guess you should say, of your devices allows really has global implications, and we want to help ensure that is allowed.
What are your recommendations for companies that are interested in moving forward with this?
Yeah, so the Digital Right to Repair is really this coalition of organizations that want to support repair, and we have a lot of folks that are out there today, like iFix is engaged in this, SCI, a wide variety. If you go to the digitalrighttorepair.org website, there's a big long list of supporters that we have. But what we really need is the manufacturers of these products to also be part of this, that want to support this. So you get, the Dells, the Nikons, the Apples, the Sonys, not to name any of them in particular, but just, those electronic manufacturers, they need to be on board with, yes, I want these products to be able to be repaired. I want the consumer to have the choice of how to repair them. And so they need to, not prevent, pretty much in some cases not prevent that because of limited accessibility of spare parts that are needed, accessibility maybe of tools that are needed to do diagnostics on what needs to be fixed. How can I upgrade, in a lot of cases, the software or the firmware that might be in the device. A lot of times that is controlled by the manufacturer. It's very hard for the third parties to have access to it. So the more that the manufacturers can do to basically make that available to anybody that really wants it is going to be valuable. So folks that want to support that, I think if they come to the DRTR and either can support us through being part of us or through their own activities in how they make service parts and manuals and other information to increase the life of their devices available. That's how they can.
Well, thank you, Mark, today for sharing your views on the topic of Digital Right to Repair, the Digital Right to Repair Coalition.
Absolutely no problem. I mean, really the main message that we try to tell people from the consumer standpoint is you have paid for the device, so you own that device. You can also own the ability to choose how that device is repaired, and really that's what we're all about, trying to provide you that ability to have that choice, and that's what we're working toward.
Thank you.
Thank you.